guys, welcome to my channel. It is Christian here. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today I am bringing you part 2 of my Will I Buy It series, but this is like the holiday edition, and these are products that I'm actually going to buy, or these are products that I have my eye on that I'm definitely interested in picking up, that I totally think are going to be worth the money, that I'm super excited about. I have already done part 1 to this video, which I will link down below. And I already have my first holiday review done, which I will also link down below. I have already purchased a couple more Sephora favorites kits, so be on the lookout for those reviews as well. I'm going to be knocking them out. They just released a bunch of new ones today, and I'm so excited about it. If you're interested in some things that I definitely have my eye on for the holidays, then you are definitely in the right place, and I'm going to explain really briefly why I'm interested in each item and why maybe you should look out for these items as well. As I mentioned in every single one of these videos where I talk about Sephora favorites kits, holiday items in general, this stuff is going to sell out. So if you have your eye on it, it's not going to sell out like tomorrow, but the majority of this will sell out long before the holiday season gets into high gear. So if you have your eye on it, snag it up, scoop it up. I know so much stuff is coming out right now. I know so much, and I know it's expensive and I know it gets pricey, but that's what I'm here for. I got you guys' back. I'm going to review as much stuff as I can, or as much stuff as I personally have interest in, and I will let you know what I think about everything. But if you are interested in some more holiday kits, eyeshadow palettes, just holiday goodness in general, then just go ahead and keep on watching. So the very first thing that I want to briefly talk about that I actually do plan on purchasing, and the reason why I plan on purchasing this is just point blank period, it's just a good value. It's a good deal. I like a couple of the products in here I have tried before, and there's a few products in here that I definitely want to try out before I commit to the full size. So this is a Sephora Favorites skincare kit. It does retail for $40, and it does have a $130 value. Now when I say that skincare kits are some of my favorite to try, as long as it's not a kit that has a bunch of stuff that I'm used to trying or that I already own in full size, I tend to jump on them. The main reason being is skincare is expensive, especially high-end skincare. It gets pricey. This kit just popped up today, and I actually have it in my cart right now, and I am going to be purchasing it probably today. Maybe, I don't know. I'm going back and forth between another kit that I want to purchase because I've already purchased 2 other ones, so I'm kind of like, I'm trying to be responsible, but it's not really working that well. But let me tell you a little bit about this kit really quickly. It says that it is for normal, oily, dry combination and sensitive skin. It features a 10-piece multi-branded set curated by Sephora featuring the hottest beauty trends from South Korea and Japan. It is good for dryness, dullness, and uneven skin texture, and it's also good for an uneven skin tone. So it has a bunch of stuff in here. It has stuff by Too Cool for School, Shiseido, Belief, which is one of my all-time favorite skincare lines as a whole. It has stuff from Amore Pacific, which is super expensive. It has stuff from Boscia and Dr. Jart. Now, there's 2 reasons I'm most excited about this. One is it has a couple of products from Laneige, I believe is how you pronounce it, which is pretty, they're not that expensive in the realm of like super high-end skincare to begin with, but it comes with 2 of their products. It comes with the Water Sleeping Mask and the Water Bank Moisture Cream. I have both of those items on my loves list from Sephora, along with 2 other items from that brand that I just haven't pulled the trigger on. So this is a really good way for me to try out the items and to see if I want to purchase the full size. If you were around on my channel last year, you'll know that I purchased a couple of these skincare kits, and I liked some of the products so much that I purchased several of the full size items down the line. And that is just the best way to do it, because like, for example, I purchased a kit that had a Sunday Riley set, and then I ended up getting 3 full-size Sunday Riley products. I purchased a set that had the Foreo. I ended up buying the full size of the Foreo Luna. I tried out, you know what I mean? So this is just a good way to make sure that this stuff works for your skin, and some of this stuff lasts a pretty decent amount of time. Now, the main reason I want to get this kit is the same reason I got one of these kits last year. It has a 1 full ounce of the SK2 facial treatment essence, which is, if you know SK2 and you've heard me talk about it in the past, it is expensive. It is extremely expensive products. The 2.5 ounce on Sephora's website retails for $100. This kit has a 1 ounce, and the kit is $40. So I will be purchasing that. If you are interested in trying out some new skincare, be on the lookout for these Sephora Favorites kits. They are some of the best, not just at holiday time, but year round. I love these kits. So I will definitely be picking that guy up. One eyeshadow palette that I keep going back and forth on is the Kat Von D Saint and Sinner eyeshadow palette. It retails for $62, and it says on Sephora's website it is an ultra limited eyeshadow palette with 12 Saint and 12 Sinner eyeshadows, inspired by the vibrant stained glass windows of Gothic cathedrals. Now, of course, if you are a lover of Kat Von D and her holiday packaging, she comes out with some of the most beautiful, like just good, awesome, just Gothic packaging that is just stunning. That it's just, if you are a collector of makeup, sometimes for no other reason than that, you will pick up a lot of her holiday products because they're beautiful. And I'm at the point now where I want to purchase this because I still regret not buying the Mavita Loca palette 2 years ago. And her eyeshadow palette, the Metal Matte palette from last year, was exceptionally good. Now, this was on my list. Like, if you watched my first video, I talked about how I write down all of the different products that I want to get for holiday, and then I start checking them off my list one at a time as I buy them, then I prioritize them, and then I buy accordingly to what I want the most or what I think might sell out the fastest. This is on the list. Now, it launched on Sephora's website actually today, the day that I'm filming this video, and it'll be available in stores on 10/4. So if you want to like swatch it and play with it and things like that. A part of me is, I think I'm going to get this eyeshadow palette, but I think I'm going to wait for it to be available in store so that way I can really look at it and really play with it and really test it out. But then a part of me is going to be like next week, hey guys, look what I got. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. There are a couple of shades in here that I do think look similar to last year's eyeshadow palette, but not enough to where I wouldn't want to purchase it. And like, it has these yellows, it has burnt oranges, and yellows have been popping up in a lot of eyeshadow palettes lately. The burnt oranges, the reds. She has some of the best metallic high shine eyeshadows. Like, they are so good, and you used to hear a lot about them. You don't really hear too much about them anymore, like, but when she first released the ones that came in the compacts, which the only bad thing about them is I purchased a couple of them, but they break so freaking easily. But I've noticed in the palettes they don't break as easily as they do as in the individual palettes. But I just think it looks so beautiful. These colors are speaking to me on a whole nother level. I just really have to just take my time and really kind of think for a second, how much am I going to use this? How much am I going to benefit from it? But I'm like 98% sure that I'm probably going to pick up this item. I spoke about the Ambient Edit palette last time when I filmed one of these videos, but now I'm going to kind of mention it is called the Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. It does retail for $62, and it does come with 3 different like highlighting type products in the palette. Now, this wasn't really on my radar as much last time as the Ambient Edit palette was, because I kind of felt like the Ambient Edit, I know is beautiful. It has the blushes, it has bronzers, it has the, you know, the really nice setting powders, and I love the formulation of those powders. So that's why that hit my radar instantly. I've been kind of looking at this, seeing swatches of this and hearing people talk about this, and now I'm kind of honed in. I'm tuned in on this guy, and I think I want to try it out. Like I mentioned, it does retail for $62. It comes with Absolute Strobe Light, Pure Strobe Light, and Lucent Strobe Light. It is, again, limited edition, like pretty much everything in this video will be, and it is a new formulation of powders. Now, this is supposed to be like high shine, high intensity, like just beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous highlighters. If you are familiar with Hourglass's formulation of powders already, they're a little bit more soft, they're a little bit more subtle, they're a little bit more of that lit from within. Works really great on dry skin, works really great for mature skin. I mean, it works pretty much really great for any skin type. But these are those powders times by 10. And I'm excited about it because their powders are so finely milled. In general, I can only imagine how a high shine, high pigmented powder as finely milled as theirs would look on the top of the cheekbones and just be like beautiful, glistening gorgeousness. So that has, like, I'm watching that. I have my eye on that, and I'm super excited about that. I kind of want to swatch it. I went to the store today. Most of this stuff is not available in stores yet, which is kind of frustrating because sometimes before I buy more expensive things like this, I do kind of like to play with it, and I do like to swatch it. Like, I get so embarrassed having to return things. I know I shouldn't. It's my hard-earned money. If I don't like it, I shouldn't be embarrassed about returning it. But I just prefer like playing with it a little bit first. But sometimes I gotta go for it. And I feel like now that I'm on YouTube, I'm a little bit more willing to kind of jump the gun and buy something without trying it first. So I can kind of just let y'all know that, hey, this wasn't good, I didn't care for it, and these are the reasons why. So even if it's something I don't like, there is still a benefit to it, but still, I would still rather play with it before I spend $62 on some highlighters. You know what I mean? So another thing that I am going to be picking up, and this is another skincare item. I picked up the same skincare item last year, only this year it comes with Kate Somerville's new moisturizer. Last year it came with her goat cream, goat milk, something moisturizer. But this year it is the All Glow No Glitter Exfoliate Trio. Kate Somerville is fairly pricey, but I love the cleanser in here, and y'all have heard me rave about it time and time again. I do genuinely think that the cleanser made a significant difference on my skin. I've gone through 2 of those cleansers, and this will be an option for me to buy a third. The cleanser retails for 38 bucks. I'm not sure how much the moisturizer is because it is a newer moisturizer, and it comes with 0.5 ounces of the exfoliate, which can be a little harsh on my skin. It says that you can use it 1 to 2 times a week. I like use it every other week, and it's just a good way to exfoliate all the dead skin off of your, off of your face and leave you with like a really nice, awesome, smooth canvas to go throughout the week. I really love Kate Somerville products. Well, I've only tried those 3, the moisturizer, the exfoliate, and the face wash, but the face wash is one of my favorites. Over the course of the last 2 years nearly 2 years that I've been on YouTube, you can kind of see the progression of my skin. It's not 100% perfect. It's not 100% where I want it to be. But if you go back from my first video to now, my skin has made such vast improvements. And I can honestly say that the Drunk Elephant products, the Kate Somerville products, and the few Sunday Riley products that I use on rotation, those are the things that I have stuck to. Those are the things that I'm sticking to. I do have some Belief moisturizers, but as far as like face washes are concerned and serums, those 3 skincare lines that have made such a significant difference in my skin. I don't use them all at the same time because they kind of don't mesh well together, but I do rotate them in and out, and I definitely will be picking this guy up. The cleanser it's an acne fighting cleanser, but it doesn't strip the skin. It doesn't take away any of the goodness from your skin. It always leaves me feeling very soft, very clean. I think it's just really good. Now the exfoliate, it can be harsh. There are times where I wipe that off. It's recommended for 2 minutes. I only leave it on for 1. 2 minutes sometimes can be a little bit much, but it works. It's really good, and I'm excited to try out the moisturizer as well. I don't love the moisturizer that I have now that I got last year. I literally just opened that and started using it like a month ago, but it's not bad. But I wouldn't repurchase that moisturizer. The exfoliate I would repurchase, and well, I have repurchased, and the cleanser I would repurchase, and I have. So I will be picking that up for sure. So I'm on the fence about this one. It was a hard no, like a hard no even before the holiday releases started coming out, even before I knew what was going to be available. I was just kind of made it up in my mind. I was not going to buy anything from Too Faced as far as eyeshadow palettes. I was not going to buy anything from Tarte. I just wasn't going to do it. So now I'm kind of like taking a second look, like, should I? Maybe, because of this new Tarte, what is it called? The Tarte Limited Edition Treasure Box Collection Collector Set retails for $59. And it comes with bronzers, highlighters, eyeshadows, liquid or eyeliners, mascara, pretty much everything that any Tarte holiday kit in like years past has ever come with. This has it in there. I disliked last year's kit so bad that I ended up returning it. But this right now has 5 stars, 24 reviews, not a lot, not a ton, but 5 stars with 24 reviews is really good. And every review that I've kind of skimmed across on YouTube has also said that the formulation of these are completely different. Now, I'm on the fence. I'm going so back and forth. The YouTuber in me wants to be like, okay, yes, let me get it. Let me try it out for my subscribers. Let me let them know what I think about it. The consumer in me is like, you've burned me too many times, Tarte. I'm not spending my hard-earned $58 on this again. And then it goes back to the, if I don't like it, I don't want to return it. You know what I mean? That kind of situation. I don't like being put in that situation. So it's one of those things that I went to the store today hoping it was available because I looked up online. It said my Sephora had it in stock, but it wasn't available. So I'm assuming that they're not officially putting like the holiday releases out yet. I wanted to play with it. I wanted to test it for myself before I make the decision to pick it up. But it's one of those things I don't know when it's going to become available in stores or if I will purchase it online. But right now I'm kind of like towing that line of maybe, because if it wasn't for last year, because I was so excited about the holiday release, the Too Faced and the Tarte boxes last year. If it wasn't for last year and being so highly disappointed, I probably would have purchased this without even a second thought. I'm leaning towards yes on this, but I think I'm gonna wait for it to come out in stores possibly, so that way I could touch it and play with it. I missed the opportunity to go to the exclusive VIB Rouge event to test it out and play with it myself. I wasn't able to go to that because I was asleep and I didn't want to wake up that early to go. So I skipped out on it, but now I'm kind of like, man, I wish I had gone so I could have played with it, seen if it was worth it. I've heard such good things about this. Right now I'm leaning towards yes. Let me know down below if you have it, if you've tried it, what you think about it. If you would want me to review it, or like if you even care one way or the other. I don't really have any interest in any of the other stuff that they're releasing for holiday other than the blushes. But other than that, you guys, that is everything that we're going to be talking about today. Was any of this stuff on your list? Did I kind of get you excited about any of the products, especially the skincare items? I'm telling you, don't sleep on these skincare sets. Don't sleep on any of the Sephora favorite sets. If you don't own a bunch of the products, I'm kind of disappointed in some of them this year because I kind of own a lot of the stuff that's already in those products. That's not Sephora's fault though. That's my fault for buying way too much makeup. And I don't want to get stuff just for the sake of reviewing it because that's kind of like that's a waste of money kind of. So there's a couple of sets that I'm passing on because I already own everything in the kits themselves. So I'm hoping that they come out with some other stuff that I can get really excited about. But don't sleep on those sets, like all of them, any of them. Like they're all, in my opinion, for the most part, worth it if it meets your skin type, if it meets your skin concerns, if it meets your, you know, your complexion and things like that. Those kits are typically 9 times out of 10 worth the money. So yeah, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Help a girl out. I'm working really hard for you guys. So yeah, I will see you in, I was gonna say tomorrow's video, but my uploading schedule is so off. So I will see you again at some point this week. Bye guys.